Welcome back to Mindset Hub Tube. Tonight, I want to talk to you about something most people spend their entire lives avoiding. Power. Not the kind of power that comes from money, status, or titles. I'm talking about the invisible power that decides who gets ignored and who gets noticed, who gets opportunities and who keeps waiting, who controls their life and who feels controlled by it. Because if we're being honest, many of us have experienced moments where we felt powerless. Maybe you've worked harder than everyone around you and still watched someone else get promoted. Maybe you've stayed loyal to people who forgot you the moment they no longer needed you. Maybe you've spent years trying to prove yourself only to feel invisible, and after enough disappointments, you start asking yourself a painful question. Why does life seem easier for some people? Why do certain people always find a way to influence situations, while others struggle just to be heard? This is exactly where Robert Greene's The Concise 48 Laws of Power begins. Not with evil intentions, not with manipulation, but with a brutally honest observation about human nature. Whether we like it or not, power games are happening all around us. At work, in relationships, in business, in friendships, even in families. And the people who understand these dynamics often move through life differently than those who don't. Imagine walking into a room where everyone knows the rules except you. You work hard. You speak honestly. You trust people. Yet somehow, you're always the one losing. Not because you're weak, not because you're unintelligent, but because you're playing a game without understanding the board. That realization can be painful, but it can also be freeing. One of the first lessons Greene teaches is something that many of us learn the hard way. Never outshine the master. Think about those moments when you wanted recognition. You wanted people to see your talent. You wanted to prove your worth. So you showed everything you had. And instead of receiving support, you received resistance, jealousy, distance, coldness, because people are emotional creatures. Even powerful people have insecurities. Greene isn't telling you to shrink yourself. He's teaching you awareness. Sometimes wisdom is knowing when to shine and when to let others feel important, because influence often grows through strategy, not force. Another powerful idea is to conceal your intentions. How many times have you shared a dream too early? A business idea, a personal goal, a new beginning? You were excited. You wanted encouragement. But instead, people filled your mind with doubts. What if it doesn't work? Who do you think you are? You should be realistic. And suddenly, the fire inside you became smaller. Greene reminds us that not every vision needs an audience. Some dreams grow stronger in silence. Some goals need protection before they need applause. Not because you're hiding, because you're building. And builders understand that foundations are laid underground. The book repeatedly returns to one uncomfortable truth. People judge appearances. We wish the world only rewarded effort, but often it rewards perception. You may be kind, talented, and hardworking, but if nobody notices, the opportunities may pass you by. This isn't about becoming fake. It's about understanding visibility. Think about all the talented people who remain unseen because they assume their work will speak for itself. Sometimes it does, but often you must learn how to present your value, how to communicate confidence, how to carry yourself with certainty, because people respond to what they see before they understand what is hidden beneath the surface, and confidence is contagious. Another lesson that strikes deeply is the importance of guarding your reputation. Your reputation follows you into rooms before you arrive. It speaks when you are silent. It introduces you to strangers. And in today's world, where opinions spread faster than truth, protecting your reputation becomes even more important. Many people spend years building trust and only minutes destroying it. Greene encourages us to treat our reputation like an asset, because once people trust your character, your words carry more weight. Your opportunities multiply. Your influence grows naturally. But perhaps one of the most emotional ideas in this book is learning not to seek validation from everyone. Think about how much energy people waste trying to convince others, trying to explain themselves, trying to be understood by people who already decided not to understand, trying to win arguments that change nothing, trying to gain approval from people who are never satisfied. It's exhausting. Greene's message is simple. Your energy is precious. Stop spending it where it has no return. Not everyone deserves access to your attention. Not everyone deserves an explanation. Sometimes the strongest move is silence. Sometimes walking away is more powerful than winning, and that idea becomes even more important when life gets difficult. Because difficult seasons reveal something about human nature. When you're succeeding, people celebrate you. When you're struggling, many disappear. When you're building something meaningful, critics suddenly appear. When you're chasing a dream, doubters become louder. And during those moments, it becomes easy to lose yourself, easy to question your path, easy to wonder if everyone else is right. But Greene teaches that strength often comes from emotional control, not reacting to every insult, not responding to every attack, not allowing temporary emotions to create permanent damage. Imagine how many mistakes in life were created by anger, how many relationships ended because of pride, how many opportunities disappeared because someone reacted impulsively. Emotional control isn't weakness, it's power. The ability to stay calm while others lose control is one of the rarest strengths a person can develop. As the book unfolds, a larger picture begins to emerge. Power is not merely about controlling others. Real power is learning to control yourself, your emotions, your reactions, your focus, your attention. Because the world is constantly trying to pull your energy in different directions. Social media wants your attention. Fear wants your attention. Comparison wants your attention. Negative people want your attention. And if you're not careful, you spend your life reacting instead of creating. The strongest individuals understand where their energy goes. They choose their battles carefully. They don't fight every war. They don't chase every opportunity. They don't answer every criticism. They understand that focus creates power. And maybe that's the deepest lesson hidden inside this book. Power is not something you take. It's something you build. You build it every time you keep a promise to yourself. You build it every time you choose discipline over excuses. You build it every time you stay calm when life gives you reasons to panic. You build it every time you keep moving despite uncertainty. Because life doesn't always reward effort immediately. There are seasons where you work hard and see no results. Seasons where nobody notices your growth. Seasons where you feel forgotten. Seasons where you're questioning everything. Those seasons can feel lonely, but they are often where true power is formed. Not public power, private power. The kind that nobody sees. The kind that develops character. The kind that strengthens your mind. The kind that teaches patience. The kind that prepares you for responsibilities you cannot yet imagine. And maybe you're in one of those seasons right now. Maybe you're carrying financial pressure. Maybe you're rebuilding after failure. Maybe you're trying to recover confidence after disappointment. Maybe you're waiting for a breakthrough that feels delayed. If that's you, remember this. The people you admire were not born powerful. They experienced rejection, fear, embarrassment, loss, uncertainty. They simply learned how to navigate human nature more effectively. They learned when to speak, when to remain silent, when to act, when to wait, when to trust, when to walk away. And over time, those small decisions changed their lives. That is the real message of the concise 48 laws of power. Not manipulation, not domination. Awareness, understanding yourself, understanding people, understanding the invisible forces shaping everyday life. Because once you understand the game, you stop feeling trapped by it. You stop taking everything personally. You stop seeking approval from everyone. You stop wasting energy on battles that don't matter. And slowly, something changes. You become calmer, stronger, more focused, more intentional. You stop reacting to life and start directing it. So as we come to the end of this journey, I want you to remember something. You don't need to control everyone around you. You don't need to prove yourself to every critic. You don't need to win every argument. The greatest power you will ever possess is the ability to remain true to your purpose while the world tries to distract you. Protect your vision, guard your energy, choose your battles wisely, and trust that the quiet work you're doing today is preparing you for opportunities you cannot yet see. Thank you for spending these moments with me here on Mindset HubTube. If this story spoke to you, if it made you reflect on your own journey, then take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who may need this message tonight. And before you leave, tell me in the comments, which lesson from this book challenged your thinking the most? Until next time, keep growing in silence, keep building your strength, and remember that true power begins the moment you stop doubting your own potential and start trusting the person you're becoming.